In order to understand everything you need to know about alignment between identity, image and reputation of a company, you first need to be familiar with these three concepts. If you are not already, I've created a separated video about them. You can watch it right here in the info card or also clicking in the links in the description. In this video we talk about aligning the image, identity and reputation of your company in order to gain a competitive advantage and to lead the market by having the best perception of your company in the mind of your key audience stakeholders. One more step that is important to be talked about when we discuss about the corporate branding, image, reputation and identity is the alignment between these concepts. So what this means is that you want to know that what you want about your company to be projected is perceived in the same way, and that is the alignment between the image and identity and reputation and how customers or stakeholders perceive this alignment. In order to understand everything you need to know about alignment between identity, image and reputation of a company, you first need to be familiar with these three concepts. If you are not already, I've created a separated video about them. You can watch it right here in the info card or also clicking in the links in the description. What companies want to achieve is what we call transparency, or also known as alignment between corporate identity, image and reputation. What this means is that the board of a company, they think about how the company wants to be seen. Well, if you are not seen the way you want, there is a gap between the alignment on one of these three characteristics. The concept of transparency refers to the internal identity of a company reflecting positively the expectations of key stakeholders and their beliefs. Consultants and communication practitioners stress the importance of alignments between these concepts: the organizational culture as experienced by employees, the corporate vision as articulated by senior managers, and the corporate image and reputation in the minds of the stakeholders that are external. This figure is a useful way of analyzing the alignment between an organization's vision, culture, and image or reputation that was developed by Hatch and Schultz. The Hatch and Schultz toolkit diagnoses the gaps in a corporation based on three elements: vision, senior management's aspirations for the organization; culture, the organization's values as felt and shared by all employees of the organization; and image, the image or impression that outside stakeholders have of the organization. To determine whether there is a vision-culture gap where management moves the organization in a strategic direction that employees do not understand or support. Example, when managers establish a vision that is too ambitious for the organization that is not supported by the employees, you need to ask the following questions. Does the organization practice the values it promotes? Does the organization's vision inspire all its subcultures? Are the organization's vision and culture sufficiently differentiated from those of its competitors? To determine whether there is an image-culture gap which leads to confusion among stakeholders about what a company stands for. Example, employees of the organization may not practice what the company preaches in its advertising, leaving a tarnished image with the stakeholders. You need to ask the following questions. What images do stakeholders associate with the organization? In what ways do its employees and stakeholders interact? Do employees care what stakeholders think of their organization? Finally, to determine whether there is an image-vision gap, where the key objective is to find out whether management is taking the organization in a direction that its stakeholders support. Example, when organizations do not sufficiently listen to their stakeholders and create strategic visions that are not aligned with what stakeholders want or expect from their organization. The questions are: who are the organization's stakeholders? What do the stakeholders want from the organization? And is the organization effectively communicating its vision to its stakeholders? By answering these questions, the companies can manage and they can also identify if there is a gap between their image, between their vision and between their culture, so that they can make the needed adjustments. To give you one more reason why the alignment between these three elements is so important is the fact that when your communication does not differentiate your company from the industry, what stakeholders, so what everybody in the society will do is to associate your company with the industry standards. So if you have a better practice than your competitors, but you do not communicate it correctly because there is a gap between your image and culture, let's say, or between your vision and culture, well, when you have such a gap, the projected image will not stand out for you and you will only be associated with what the industry does. One final important aspect that communication practitioners need to keep in mind is that they should always look at the company's culture and values. When the mission, the vision, and the values of the company are aligned, they only have to gain a massive competitive advantage in the society and in the industry where they operate. This was everything for this video. I hope it helped you understand why alignment between image, identity, and reputation is so important. I hope you understood the term of culture within the organization, how employees relate to that, and also if you want to learn more about communicating, about corporate communication or marketing, keep watching my videos on my channel. Before watching the other videos on my channel, give me a second. If you are an entrepreneur or you manage a company, you might want to listen to this because I want to help you. If you own your own company or freshly opened a company or you're managing one, in the links down in the description in the resources tab, I've created a manual that explains step by step how to create an authentic and personal business plan for your company. And not just that, I've created a step-by-step manual that explains you all the information you need to know and all the steps you need to go through to also create a communication strategy and a marketing strategy for your company. It will be the best investment you can make in your company, how you can manage the communication and manage the marketing of your company by having a by-the-book business plan. Remember that you can always support me by buying me a coffee. There is a link down in the description for that. I drink quite some coffee when creating these videos, researching the information, filming the videos, and also editing them so you can watch them for free. And also there is the classic way of saying thank you for this effort by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and leave a comment down in the comment section because it helps me with the YouTube algorithm. You know how YouTube goes nowadays. Well, this was everything for this video. I hope it helped you. Check the links in the description and I'll see you at the next one.